Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoy's YouTube channel. So for 10th ICSE Biology, the previous lesson was photosynthesis. I think you all have completed the photosynthesis lesson which I have posted in 5 different parts. So go through it, learn it properly, and today we are here with a brand new episode of chemical coordination in plants. So without further delay, let's get started with today's episode of chemical coordination in plants. Now let us see what are the learning objectives of today's lesson. So what we are going to learn today, we are going to recognize the need for chemical coordination in plants. We are going to list the major hormones in plants or the phytohormones we are going to discuss. We are discussing their roles in regulating the plant growth. And we are also discussing the role of plant growth regulators as well as the inhibitors also. So the plant growth regulators have been divided into two, the plant growth promoters and the plant growth inhibitors. So we will discuss both in today's episode. Now this is the tropic and the nastic movements which we are going to discuss tomorrow. As this is a very vast lesson, we need to cover up all in details. So we will discuss this tropic and nastic movements in plants tomorrow. So for tomorrow's lesson, you need to subscribe to my channel. You need to stay tuned, stay updated with my lesson. So please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos with your friends so that whatever updates I am posting regularly, you will get the updates as per your ICSE curriculum. So stay tuned, stay updated, and learn biology in a systematic manner so that you can get good marks. Okay, so let us start with today's episode without further delay. Now, what is the need of chemical coordination in plants? We should know that first, right? Now, let us think that there are several activities that occur inside our body, like animal body, which require a proper coordination between the organs. Now, like animal body, our internal coordination for the growth and development and other thing is maintained by our nervous system, right? So we are having a proper nervous system which is maintaining the coordination of all the movements, all the activities in our body. But plants are not having any nervous system, so they are devoid of nervous system. But still they respond to the internal and external changes of the environment around them. So though they are devoid of nervous system, they are responding to the internal and external changes in the environment. How is it possible? So they are using the hormones or the plant growth regulators for the coordination and response. So they are using the hormones or plant growth regulators. So plant, they can detect the light, the water, the touch, the chemicals, the gravity. So they are responding to everything. So they are responding to each and everything how animals are responding. So that is due to the presence of plant growth hormones or the growth regulators. Now, what are plant growth regulators? We should know this first. So, what are these? Now, plant produce certain chemical substances in their cells which regulate their growth and development. So, they are producing certain chemical substances in their body. Now, these are secreted in very minute quantity but have a substantial effect on physiological processes in a plant. So, these are produced in very minute quantity. These are not produced in huge amount or in lump sum. They are produced in minute amount which help to stimulate the plant growth or other activities. Now some of these chemicals, they stimulate the plant growth while others retard the rate of plant growth. So we can say that some are plant growth stimulators while others are promoters and while others are inhibitors. Okay. So some are stimulating the growth of the plant and some are retarding the growth of the plant. That is, some are not allowing the plant to grow properly. That is, they are reducing the rate of growth. So we can say that plant growth regulators or plant hormones are also called phytohormones. So these are the new terms you should know now. So these are also called plant growth regulators, plant hormones or phytohormones. Now these are again divided into two types. First one, we can say that they are plant growth promoters, and second one, we can say that they are plant growth inhibitors, right? So first we can categorize them as plant growth promoters and plant growth inhibitors. Now we will learn about the function of each in details. Now, definition of plant growth regulators. So what are these? So plant growth regulators are organic compounds, PGR or plant growth regulators. They are organic compounds which are released by the plant cells or synthesized outside that modify or control the growth or physiological process with the plant. So just learn this. So this is these are definitions of plant growth regulators, right? So just learn this. These are organic compounds which are released by the plant cells or synthesized outside that modify or control the growth or physiological process within the plant. Now, if the compound is produced within the plant, it is called a plant hormone. So these are called plant hormones as they are produced within the plants. Now we will shift to the types of plant growth regulators. Now these are the types of plant growth regulators. First one are auxins, next one is gibberellins, then is cytokinins, then comes abscisic acid, and then is ethylene. So first three are, we can say that these are plant growth promoters, whereas the last two are plant growth inhibitors. So first three are growth promoters and the last two are plant growth inhibitors. Now, first comes is the auxin. So, where is it located? It is actually located at the meristematic tissue at the shoot and the root tips. Now, where is it used? It is mainly used in the agricultural and horticultural practices due to its role in plant growth. So, what are its functions? Firstly, it is influencing the plant growth. So, how it is influencing the plant growth? It is mainly helping the cells to grow longer. It is helping when the tip of the tendril, it is touching a support. Now, the auxin, when it is present, so it is helping it to move away from the support, and therefore the side of the tendril, what is it doing? It is away from the support and it is growing longer and faster. So auxin is pulling the tendril to move away from the support, and it's just helping to make it longer and faster. So it is also helping to curve or bend towards the support. As a result, it's helping it to support against the wind also. Now it is also counterbalancing the root and shoot growth. So how is it counterbalancing the root and shoot growth? Actually, it is having an opposite effect on the growth of stems as well as on the growth of roots. So it counterbalances. It is increasing the cell growth in the shoots, whereas it is decreasing the cell growth in the roots. So it is counterly balancing. So if the shoots are increasing tall, it decreases the cell growth in the root. So it is a counterbalance action. It's happening in plants due to the presence of auxin. Now, another thing is that it is controlling the phototropic behavior of the plant. So we will move on to this phototropic movement when we are studying about the movement in plants. So what is phototropic behavior? Just remember this: the movement of the plant towards the sun, photo or light, is the phototropic behavior of the plants. Now, how is auxin controlling the phototropic behavior? Now, when the light is coming, just see these three pictures over here. I have put the diagrams over here. Now, when light is falling on the stem, when it is coming directly, it's fine. Or auxin is distributed throughout the shoot tip. But when it is falling on one side, what is happening? When the sun rays are falling on one side, auxin diffuses away from the light. And the light is concentrating on the darker part of the shoot where the light is not falling. So what is happening there? So the higher concentration of auxin in the shady area. So this shady area where the concentration of auxin is more, grows more. The cells are stimulated more and they are growing longer and faster. So as they are growing longer and faster, what is done? The plant appears to bend towards the light. So the plant is bending towards the light as the shady part which was having more amount of auxin grew faster and longer. So auxin is moving towards the darker side and will provide more growth and cause the bending of the plant. So this is the role of auxin in controlling the phototropic behavior of a plant. So auxin is getting concentrated away from the sunlight in the shady part, and it stimulates the cells to grow longer and faster, and the plant bends towards the light. So is it clear to all of you? Just make it clear. Just go through the diagram and read it properly. So this is helping in the cell elongation. And practice this diagram also, which is very much necessary for your exams. Because once you practice this diagram, it will be easier for you to the concept will be clear, and it will be easier for you to learn this concept also. Now we will move on to the next one. Now this auxin has a role in the geotropic behavior of the plant also. So how the geotropic behavior? So geotropism also you will be studying when we are studying about the movement. So high auxin concentration, what is it doing? The geotropic behavior of the plant is also affected by that. Just see this diagram here. What is happening here? We can see that it is a seed. So from here, this is the root part growing and this is the shoot part growing. Now if high auxin concentration is there, it stimulates the growth here, and this auxin concentration is stimulating the growth on the lower side, and so that the shoot is growing upward. Here also, here high auxin concentration, that is retarding the cell elongation on this side, so the root grows downwards. So a cell normally it will be elongated on both sides, but it is elongating on one side because the presence of auxin concentration on another side of the this root, it is retarding the growth there. So as we have learnt in the previous page only, it is counterbalancing the growth of root and shoot. So here the auxin concentration was more, so the shoot is growing upwards and the shoot is growing downwards because of the auxin concentration in the opposite side of the root system, right? So gravity, we know that this is gravitational pull, which is pulling towards the earth, center of the earth, and this is geotropic movement. So the stems are, we can say that the stems are negatively geotropic as they are moving towards the sun or away from the earth, and the roots are always positively geotropic. So here also auxin plays a great role. So the auxin reaction to the gravity is what? Auxin stimulates the cells to elongate more on this side. So they are stimulating more, the shoot is growing more, and here also auxin is stimulating this side and retarding this side. So as a result, root is growing down. So is it clear to everyone? So another role of auxin is it induces the formation of seedless fruits. So what are these seedless fruit called? They are, that process of formation of seedless fruits is called parthenocarpy. This is a new term you are learning. That seed, when they are fertilized without the seeds, seedless fruits, that process is called parthenocarpy. Now these auxins are again helping to lengthen the internodes. That is, it suppresses the growth of lateral buds. It is suppressing the growth of lateral buds and it is lengthening the internodes. So it is suppressing the growth of lateral buds. Okay, it is suppressing the growth of lateral buds and it's helping to lengthening of the internodes. Now let us see the next hormone, or gibberellin. Now here comes gibberellins, or the next class of plant growth regulators. Now they produce a variety of physiological responses in plants. So where are they located? So they are located mainly on the plastids of the leaves of buds, developing embryos, and on the root tips. So at present we can say that more than 100 different gibberellins have been identified. So more than 100 different gibberellins have been it has been identified. So more than 100 different gibberellins are found. So location is mainly developing embryos, root tips and all. So let us quickly see what are their functions. So as they are growth regulators, or they are promoters, they will promote the cell enlargement. So the first one is gibberellin. They promote the cell enlargement or the growing of the cell in presence of auxin. So it is very much essential that gibberellins, they work in presence of auxin also. So in presence of auxin, they help in the development or the cell enlargement. So it delays the leaf senescence in few species of plants. It promotes the cell division and stimulates the stem elongation and causes the plants to grow taller. So it is helping the plant to grow taller. Now it is stimulating the seed germination by breaking the seed dormancy. So the seed might be, it is dormant for 1 month, 2 months and 3 months. So what will gibberellins do? They will promote the seed from its dormant state. So it will help the seeds to germinate from its dormant state and to grow into a shoot and a root. That is, seed germination will start from its dormancy. Now seed germination, not only seed germination, it helps in the flowering and fruit ripening also. So it is having many important effects. Gibberellins also are having many growth promoting effects. Let us move on to the next one, that is cytokinins. Now cytokinins, where is it located? They are actually a kind of plant hormones which play a central role in during the cell cycle and influence the development processes. So they are playing a main role during cell cycle. So cytokinins are playing a main role during cell cycle. Okay, cell cycle in plants is mainly due to the presence of cytokinins, and they are influencing the development processes. So what is that? Now we can say that natural cytokinins, they are synthesized in the regions of where the cell division occurs. So their location is mainly where the cell division occurs. So where is it located? It is located where at the site of cell division, okay, where the cell division occurs, or you can say at the site of cell division. Now mainly at the root apices, developing shoot buds, young fruits and places where rapid cell division is occurring. Now produced in the roots and transported through the xylem. So produced in the roots and transported through the xylem. Now cytokinins are produced generally, we can say that they are transported through the xylem to promote the tissue growth and budding and retard the plant's senescence. Okay, so they are promoting the tissue growth. They are promoting the tissue growth. What are they promoting? They are promoting the tissue growth. Is it clear? So they are promoting the tissue growth. They are helping in budding. They are helping in budding also, and they are retarding the plant senescence. Okay, they are retarding the plant senescence. So what are their main functions? So first one, it promotes the cell division. Till now we have discussed that only, and it is occurring at the site only where the cell division occurs the most. So it is helping in cell division. It is controlling the cell enlargement and cell differentiation as well. Now like gibberellins, it is also helping to help the break the seed dormancy, and helping in the it is also helping in the formation of seed germination by breaking the seed dormancy. Now we will move on to the next one, that is ethylene and abscisic acid. Now here comes the first plant growth inhibitor, that is the ethylene. So ethylene is a hormone which is growth regulatory gaseous hormone only, and it is formed in all parts of the plant, but synthesis occurs maximum during the ripening of some fruits. When some fruits are going to get ripened, that part only at that time only this gaseous hormone ethylene is formed in plants. Now ethylene is a gaseous hormone and it is having an inhibitory effect on growth. So it is having an inhibitory effect on growth, and so it is called a growth inhibitor. Now it stimulates actually the abscission layer formation in various parts of the plant. So abscission layer formation in various parts of the plant is being stimulated by this hormone ethylene, and it is strongly promoting the formation of female flowers in monoecious plants like pumpkin and melon. So female flowers, the formation of female flowers in pumpkin and melon, which are monoecious plants, that is, it is strongly promoting the formation of that. It is also helping in the ripening of fruits, and we can say that the downward curvature of the leaves, or which is also known as epinasty, we will discuss that when we are reading about the in the movement part in plants. So it is also causing the downward curvature of leaves or epinasty in the leaves of plants, and it helps in the ripening of the fruits also. Now this is the function of ethylene. Now here comes the last one, that is the abscisic acid. So it is a weak acid, it is acting as a growth inhibitor. So it is also a plant growth inhibitory hormone which is originally believed to be involved in abscission. Okay, now stress hormone, as it acts as a mediator, it is also called a stress hormone, and it responds to several type of environmental stresses. Okay, so as in our body adrenaline is regarded as a stress hormone, so our body in several stress condition, adrenaline keeps on working. So their stress hormone is abscisic acid. Now mature green leaves and fruits also, they are maturing in the presence of this abscisic acid. Now what are the main functions of this? Now it is a growth inhibitory hormone. The first and the main function is it is a growth inhibitory hormone, and it helps in as an inhibitor of plant metabolism. It promotes wilting of leaves. It promotes the dormancy of seeds. So it is helping the seeds to remain in their dormant state. It is promoting the buds to remain in the bud state only and not to grow into a flower. So that is, it is inhibiting the buds to grow, the seeds to mature or germinate. So it is actually acting as a inhibitor, and it prevents the loss of water by causing the stomatal closure also. So if loss of water is not there, no transpiration is there, and the stomatal closure, it is preventing the loss of water by causing the stomatal will close and transpiration will get reduced in plants. Now this is all about the plant hormone, plant growth regulators, or phytohormones, what you can say. So in this part we will be ending this, and now we will move on to the next episode, that is in tomorrow's part we will be discussing about all the movements in plants, that is both the tropic movements and the nastic movements in plants in detail. So go through this lesson, just learn the functions, the location, and what are the main functions of these phytohormones, so that we can understand everything in details. And tomorrow I'll get back to you with the new lesson of the different types of movements in plants, that is tropic and nastic movement. So for learning that, for knowing that, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and share my videos. Thank you.